Today, I want to chat with you about compensation. And we have lots of different, um, viewpoints in our society around compensation and what it looks like and what needs to happen in order for compensation to then occur. Okay. And what I want you to adopt is that compensation comes through service. Now, and I'm talking any service, okay? And it gets to be easy. And there was an essay that was written on the law of compensation. You guys know I talk a lot about universal law. I live by them, which is why I get to be doing have all the things that I want, right? And there's a law of compensation. And Ralph Waldo Emerson, he wrote an essay on it. And I'm not kidding you guys, this essay, it's intense. I didn't really understand it the first probably 10 times I read it. And I think I'm a pretty smart person, but it's intense, okay? And Napoleon Hill actually kind of dissected it all. And he called it cosmic habit force. Okay. But he wrote this essay, and it says that each person is compensated based on the need for what they do, their ability to do it, and their ability to be replaced. Okay. And ultimately, if you've ever heard the statement, you sow what you reap, that's what it means. Okay. It says you will always be compensated for whatever your efforts are and whatever your contribution is. Okay. So, what our goal, okay, you got to think, however you're serving right now, is there a need for what you do? Just ask yourself that. Is there a need for what you do? Me? I'm a health and mindset coach. Is there a need for that? Oh, hell's yeah. Huge need for it. Okay. So then it comes down to my ability to do it. Okay. In your craft. So say it doesn't matter whatever you are. You're a plumber, you work with people's social media, you are a teacher, you are the whatever. Okay. Whatever it is that you do. So then it's your ability to do it. So my question then comes is, are you going for mastery in that craft? And I'm not talking like, you get up, you go to work, and I've been doing the same thing for 20 years, so that makes me good at it. I disagree. I've known a lot of people that I worked in a whole hospital of people that had been there for a long time, like had been employed for a long time, but weren't going for mastery. And you could tell the results reflected it. You see, we have schools full of teachers that are doing it, but they're not going for mastery. Okay. Are you going for mastery in your craft? Okay. So the need for what you do, and then your ability to be replaced. So really, ultimately, if you master whatever skill it is that you want to, right, then you don't have to worry about being replaced. Like, I'm not worried about people replacing me. When I worked at the hospital, was managing systems and people, I could be replaced. They were replacing people all over the place, right? But for me, I'm like, I can't be replaced because nobody does this like I do it. There's lots of health and mindset coaches out there, but nobody does it like I do it. I know this, okay? And I know that I'm going for mastery, okay? So are you going for mastery? And some people will then say to me, well, what I'm doing right now, the service that I'm providing, I don't want to go for mastery. Like, it doesn't even interest me. Okay. Well, then it's time to get on purpose. And that's like a whole other can of worms. Okay. Is when you then get on purpose with your work. Okay. And if you're not on purpose, okay, if you're not on purpose, just get on purpose. Okay. And actually, if you want to get on purpose, if you're like, okay, I need to start there, just book a call. I'm going to put my call link in the chat. Book a call and I'll help you get on purpose. Okay. Honestly, it can be super, super simple. Okay. So then You're on purpose. So let's say you're on purpose and you're like, yes, I want to master my craft. Like I'm in. Okay. So then it comes down to like how can I then increase my value? Okay, so the law of compensation says that you can never be compensated in the long term for more than what you put in. Okay, the income you earn today is your compensation for what you have done in the past, right? Maybe you work for someone, you get paid every 2 weeks. It's for work that you did, for hours you put in. Okay, if you want to increase your compensation, you must increase the value of your contribution. Are you willing to do that? So a lot of people say, well, Delyn, I currently earn $50,000 and I would love to earn $200,000, but I already have to work 60,000 or 60 hours a week to earn 50,000. Like I don't have more hours, right? But that's only because you are currently programmed to trade your time for money, right? You put in the time, you get paid, right? But there's more than one way to earn money. Okay. And we actually, this is actually a whole section in the One Thought Away program where we talk about three specific ways to earn money. One is trading time for money, which is like totally saturated in our society. Everybody's trading time for money. And don't get me wrong, I used to trade time for money too. And if I wanted more money, I had to work more hours. Okay. And I mean, I was programmed that way. That's what my parents both did. My dad worked in a factory. My mom was a teacher. And if they wanted more money, they had to put in more hours. Okay. So I get that, but it's totally saturated. Okay. So many people are programmed there. Then there is like putting your money to work, right? So if you have things like investments, or if you have maybe investment property where you have people paying you rent, right? That would be, that's when you start to earn money in your sleep, but still only like 3% of the population is utilizing these ways to earn money, right? Where you start to put your money to work. Then your third way is where you have like a team, right? So where you actually can earn off of them as well. So like real estate would be a really good example of that, right? Real estate agents, when you have a team of real estate agents, you're earning off of them. Network marketing would be a really good example of that, right? You build up your team and you're compensated based on the sales that they do as well. I'm sure there's a lot of industries, but those are two specifically that I can think of. Okay. So then you start to ask yourself, how can I start to like offer more value by tapping into these other forms of income? Okay. The next thing I really want you to do is make sure you fill your mind with success. Okay. Your mental attitude, your feelings of happiness and satisfaction are also the result of the things that you put into your mind. Okay. It's a result of the environment that you put yourself in. If you fill your mind with thoughts and visions and ideas of success and happiness and optimism, okay, you will be compensated because when you fill your thoughts, you're going to be vibrating up here, and then you will be compensated with things that are also vibrating up here, which is all the things that you want. Okay. And always, always, always do more than what you're paid for. Okay. This is that when you hear the law of sowing and reaping, okay, it's also the law of overcompensation. Okay. And this law says that great success comes from those who always make it a habit to put out more than they take. They do more than they are paid for. Are you in the habit of doing more than what you're paid for? Are you willing to go above and beyond? And if you're like, oh, hell's no, chances are it's because you don't love what you do anyway. So why would you want to do more of it on a voluntary basis? Right? And because when you get in the habit of overcompensating, okay, you're always going to be rewarded And again, it might be a thank you from someone that you're working with, but it also will be in financial rewards. Okay. You got to remember, you guys, you are not playing frisbee with the universe. It's not like, hey, go catch. It's a boomerang. Okay. You put out by law, the boomerang comes back every single time. It has to. It has to come back. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Okay. And always remember that you are the cause. Everything that you want to be compensated with, that is the effect. Okay. One of your main responsibilities in life is to align yourself with the activities that will promote the cause and effect. Okay. But remember, you are the cause. Your thinking is the cause. The money, the cars, the house, the relationship, the health, the whatever, that happens. That's the effect that happens. And it's automatic. Where there's a cause, where there's an actual action, there's an equal or opposite reaction, however you want to say it. Okay. But the law of cause and effect, with every effect, there already was a cause. Okay. But you are the cause. Your job is to institute the causes and be consistent so that the effects will then be consistent as well. And you won't get these results, this roller coaster. Okay. And always start where you're at. Okay. 2 things that I would recommend that you can put into play immediately is, first, remind yourself regularly that your rewards will always be in direct proportion to the service that you provide to others. If you don't love the service that you provide, how the heck can you expect anybody else to enjoy the service you provide? I'm not kidding you guys. If you haven't noticed already, I am obsessed with the work that I do. Obsessed. I love it. I literally wake up every day, like 5 a.m. I'm jumping out of bed and I'm pumped to start serving. Pumped. Okay. So how could you increase your value of service that you are providing? Okay. And again, if you're just like, I don't want to provide an increase in service, then don't expect an increase in compensation. And honestly, get on purpose with your life. That's all I can say to you. Get on purpose and you'll start noticing all the stuff starts to fall in place. Okay. Second, I always want you to look at, how can I go the extra mile? Okay. To use that law of overcompensation in every single thing you do. Okay. And this is a really great secret. That's not really such a secret. Okay. This gets to be fun. Either way, you guys, this entire universe operates by law. Okay. The thoughts we form in our minds, that we have in our head, they move into form. Okay. So when you are expressing yourself and then, here and serving, what does that look like for you? And how can you just do more of it? I love it. Thank you guys for joining. Go above and beyond. And I cannot wait to hear how you are being compensated for it. And if you are ready to get yourself in the environment that supports all of this awesomeness, come hang out with us in the 2% Club. We are constantly going above and beyond and getting in the environment of people that are doing the exact same thing, which is kind of crucial. It's kind of a big deal. Awesome. Have a great day, you guys. Always a pleasure.